This video is going to go over what to do with an assignment. So you should have already completed the steps in the previous video about setting up your computer to work with GitHub. For every assignment, coding assignment that we have in this class, you will get a GitHub Classroom link. I've just pasted it for the first assignment here. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And this is what you'll see. It will ask you if you want to accept this assignment. You would just click accept, and you can apply for the GitHub Student Developer Pack if you want. That will always pop up. Okay, so here it is. This is your assignment, and when you look in your homepage, it's going to show your assignments over here in the left-hand side. They may look like this, where it says it's a Tri-C VCIM. This is basically what it means, is that it's forked, or it's like a copy of this assignment. So that's why it looks that way. If you were to create your own repository, which you can, and I would suggest doing if you want to work along with the lessons in LinkedIn Learning, you would just click new. You would give it a name. You could choose to make it private, and then you can import the files from the lesson in LinkedIn. So I think I might show another video on that. You might want to actually just create a single repository that will contain all of your work along video, or the code from you working along. That way you would be able to have it for easy reference, and if you like get a new computer or whatever, you know, it will be stored in GitHub for you. That is accepting an assignment. So what do you do now that you have accepted this assignment? I'm going to go back over here. What you want to do is click on this green code button and make sure you're on the local tab, and it's going to give you a URL. You can just click this to copy to your, to paste it, copy it, and then come over here to Visual Studio Code. And one of the options on the welcome screen is to clone a Git repository. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that, and then paste the link from GitHub. And then it's going to ask me where I want to place this. So I just created a GitHub folder in my documents folder on my computer, so that way all of my GitHub stuff is going to go in the same place. If you don't want to sync this with your downloads folder, for example, because you might delete things by accident, putting this somewhere on your hard drive where it won't be deleted, and where only GitHub stuff is going to go in that folder, that would be the best idea. I'm going to select as repository destination. I want to allow GitHub to sign in using GitHub. And then it's going to ask you if you want to open the cloned repository. So you would just click open, and this gives you your code. So even though it looks the same over here, on the left-hand side, we are in the File Explorer, and it gives you the list of the files that are with this assignment. In this case, we have index.html and a style sheet, which is empty. So for this week's assignment, we're only working on the HTML. I would go ahead and follow the directions in the comments. So the comments are in HTML. To make a comment, you use this syntax where you have less than, exclamation point, dash, dash, or there's a keyboard shortcut to make a comment should you want to make one for yourself, like if you want to take notes or whatnot. It is Control / or Command / on a Mac, and then you can type your comments. So that just saves you a few keystrokes to make comments that way. You can also uncomment things as easily just by doing that. Okay, so let's say you work on your assignment. So it could be that you're done and you're ready to turn it in, or it could be I've done a little bit of work on it, I'm done for right now, I want to take a break. What you'll do then is make sure that your file is saved. When you have changes in your file that are not saved, your file name will have a little black dot next to it, like you can see here. So that tells me that it is unsaved. I also see a warning over here that says one file is unsaved, and I have that dot over here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and press Command S to save. And in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and add just a test paragraph so that I can have a change to this assignment, or to this file, so that it will trigger a change. You're on this screen. My file is saved. Any files that are modified or have been changed from whatever is on the server will have an M next to it. So the next step would be to go over here to source control, and it will have the list of things that you've changed in your project. I'm just going to click update, and what I would recommend doing is changing this to commit and sync. So what that does is it will update your changes and then push them back to the server. If you don't select this option, it requires 2 clicks, and sometimes students miss that second click, which is how it actually gets to the server. So I'm just going to select commit and sync, and I'm done. So if I go back to my homework assignment up here in GitHub, I can see that my file was actually changed just now, and that the changes exist on the server. When I go to grade your homework, I am going to grade what is on the server. That is what I can see. The other cool thing about using GitHub is that if you need help on your homework or you have any questions, I always have access to whatever is on the server. If you want to ask me a question or are stuck, you can ask me to take a look at your assignment and I'll be able to see it without you having to send me anything. That is the whole process, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and email me. If you get stuck, make sure that you include any error messages or screenshots so I can better help figure out what is going on.